Hello, thank you for returning for part 9 of video titled Atomic Structure. In atomic theory and quantum mechanics, an atomic orbital is a mathematical function describing the location and wave-like behavior of an electron in an atom. This function is used to determine the probability of finding any electron of an atom in a specific region or space around the nucleus. Atomic orbital is the physical region or space where the electrons are present. Each orbital in an atom is characterized by a unique set of 3 quantum numbers that we will discuss later. Shape of the orbital means the shape of the region in space in which an electron is most likely to be found. Each energy level corresponds to a 3-dimensional electron wave which envelops the nucleus. And this wave possesses a definite size, shape, and orientations. There is one orbital in every principal shell. All s orbitals are spherically symmetrical. That is, an electron that occupies an s orbital can be found with the same probability at any orientation or at a given distance. The value of wave function of s orbital at any point around the nucleus depends only on its distance r from it and not on its angular position. These orbitals are represented by a spherical boundary surface, which is a surface that captures a high probability portion of the electron density. The designation of S actually refers to the spectral lines as sharp. The size of s orbital increases with the increase in n, that is, principal quantum number. 4s is greater than 3s, greater than 2s, greater than 1s, and the electron is located far away from the nucleus as the principal quantum number increases. Now, shapes of p orbital. These are the boundary surfaces of 2p orbitals. All p orbitals are double-lobed with a region of high electron density on each side of the nucleus. The boundary surface of p orbital consists of 2 lobes projecting from the nucleus. The 3 p orbitals of a given shell are designated as px, py, and pz, according to the alignment of their lobes along one of the 3 mutually perpendicular axes. The shape, size, and energy of the 3 orbitals are identical, but they differ in the orientation. And these are Dumbbell shapes. That means the p orbitals are Dumbbell shapes. And the probability density function is 0 on the plane where the 2 lobes touch each other. The plane where there is 0 probability of finding electron is called nodal plane. Now let us talk about shape of d orbitals. Each principal shell has a set of 5 d orbitals which have same radial function but differ in angular distribution. The 5 d orbitals are designated as dxy, dyz, and dxz, dx square minus y square and dz square. The shapes of first 4 dxy, dyz, dzx and dx square minus y square are similar to each other, whereas fifth one dz square is different from others, but all the 5d orbitals are equivalent in energy. and they are called degenerate orbitals. The first three, dxy, dyz, and dxz, lie in the xy, yz, and zx planes respectively, and their lobes lie in between the axes, making 45° with the axis. And the fourth orbital, dx square minus y square, and also lie in the xy plane like the dxy orbital, but it is rotated by 45° around z axis, so that the lobes are exactly along x and y axis, and nodal plane lie midway between the nodal planes of the dxy orbital. And the fifth orbital, that is dz square, is symmetrical around z axis and contains two cone shaped nodal surface. The designation D refers to the lines in the spectrum as diffuse. Shapes are actually double dumbbell, and D orbitals are involved in the complexes of transition metals or ions. Total number of nodes are given by n minus 1, and sum of L, that is azimuthal quantum number of angular nodes, and n minus L minus 1, that gives radial nodes. And all the 5d orbitals are equivalent in energy. F orbital. The word F in F orbital is a spectral designation of fundamental lines. Starting with the fifth quantum number, n is equal to 5, there are 7 orbitals in each principal level. They are still more complicated. Out of the 7 orbitals, 2 f orbitals possess nodal plane, 2 other have 3 mutually perpendicular nodal surfaces, and the remaining 3 f orbitals have 2 conical and 1 planar surface. The term quantum number is used to identify the various energy levels that are available to an electron. As we have discussed earlier, that the atomic orbital is the region where the probability of finding an electron is very high, and each orbital in an atom is characterized by a unique set of 3 quantum numbers such as principal quantum number, azimuthal quantum number, magnetic quantum number. And these are designated as, or principal quantum number is designated as N, azimuthal quantum number is designated as L, and magnetic quantum number is designated as M or ML. Now let us discuss one by one. Principal quantum number. Principal quantum number represents the size of the electrons in orbit. It is denoted as L and is identical with the Bohr's integer to describe stationary states in an atom. And principal quantum number is identical with the Bohr's integers to explain a stationary state in an atom. And the maximum number of electrons in an orbit is governed by the expression 2n squared, where n is the serial number of orbit, that is k, l, m and n. And principal quantum number also represents the size of the electron orbit, like K, L, M, N, O, and these are used to symbolize the energy levels or orbits or electrons with an n value of 1, 2, 3, 4, where n represents principal quantum number. The principal quantum number given by Bohr's theory can be described mathematically in this equation. mvr is equal to nh by 2 pi, where mvr is the angular momentum and h is the Planck's constant. N always assumes integral values 1, 2, 3, 4 and so on and infinity, but not 0. N is equal to 1, that means it is nearest to the nucleus, it is closest to the nucleus. Where N is equal to 2, that means the next energy level is away from the nucleus. Principal quantum number describes the binding force between the nucleus and the electrons, and the size of the electron orbit, that means the distance between the nucleus and the electron. It also explains the binding force, and the electron having the highest principal quantum number is at the highest energy level. Similarly, the electron having the lowest principal quantum number has the lowest energy level and bound most firmly to the nucleus. And the value of principal quantum number also fixes the number of nodal surfaces. At a nodal surface, the wave function changes phase and square of wave function is 0. That means that an electron is not found at this surface. Second is azimuthal quantum number. Azimuthal quantum number is also known as the subsidiary quantum number, and it is denoted by L. Azimuthal quantum number, which can have values ranging from 0 to n minus 1. N is the principal quantum number, and the value of L is equal to 0. It starts from 0, 1, 2, 3 and so on. Suppose n is equal to 1, then L can have one value equal to 0. That is, n is equal to 1, then L is equal to 0. And if n is equal to 2, then L can have two values, that is 0 and 1. And if n is equal to 3, then L can have three values, that are 0, 1, 2. And if n is equal to 4, then L is equal to 0, 1, 2, 3 and so on. Azimuthal quantum number describes the shape of the orbital in which the electron is present. In a particular energy level, the energy of its subshell are in order as greater than P, greater than D, greater than F. Thus, as electron will shield p electron from the attraction of the nucleus, and p electrons shield d electrons from the nucleus. These are the boundary surface of azimuthal quantum numbers that describes the p subshell, S, P, D and F orbitals. Third is magnetic quantum number. Magnetic quantum number is represented, or as it is designated as, M or ML, and it is related to orientation of the orbital relative to magnetic field in which it is placed. Actually, the magnetic quantum number was introduced to explain the Zeeman effect. Zeeman effect is the splitting of spectral lines under the influence of an applied magnetic field. We know that each subshell is further subdivided into various orbitals, the number of these orbitals being given by n squared. Where n is equal to 2, there are 4 possible orbitals, and each orbital contains 2 electrons. And when an atom is placed in a magnetic field due to presence of negatively charged electrons in it, the orbital orient themselves relative to magnetic field, and their orientation in a magnetic field is determined by magnetic quantum number. Magnetic quantum number, or the value of magnetic quantum number, ranging from +1 to -L through 0, +L to -L through 0. That means m is equal to +L, L minus 1, L minus 2, 0, -1 and -2 and so on. Or the value of m can be calculated 2L plus 1 values through 0. For example, suppose for L is equal to 0 means it comes under s orbital and the value of m is equal to 1. And m can be only one orbital because it contains m is equal to 1, and hence s orbital has a spherical symmetry. For L is equal to 1, then it comes under p orbital, and m is equal to 3. M can be -1, 0 and +1. That means it contains 3 orbitals. For L is equal to 2, d orbitals, and value of m is equal to 5. That means m is equal to 5. M can be -2, -1, -2, -1, 0, +1 and +2. Total number of orbitals are 5, and hence d orbitals have 5 orientation. For L, that is equal to 3, f orbital, and m is equal to value of m is equal to 7, and m can be -3, -2, -1, 0, +1, +2 and +3. It contains 7 orbitals, and 5 orbitals have 7 orientations. S will have 1 orbital as m has only one value. P will have 3 orbital as m has only 3 values. D will have 5 orbitals as m has only 5 values. Similarly, F will have 7 orbitals as m has only 7 values. It means that the two orbitals in the same subshell can have identical n, L value but differ in m values. For p subshell, orientation is pxy, pyz and pzx. These are the orientation. And for d subshell, dxy, dyz, dxz, dx square minus 5 and dz square. There are 5 orientation. And d have 5 orbitals because m has magnetic moment has only 5 values. Now fourth is spin quantum number. This quantum number is designated as ms or s, as arises from the spectral evidence that an electron in motion around the nucleus in an orbit and also rotates or spins about its own axis. The spectral line in alkali metal is not a single line, rather consists of double lines. The existence of doublet is attributed to two different states of electron, and the electron is a charged particle and any moving charged particle behave as a magnet. As the mass of the electron is very small, it behaves as a tiny magnet. An electron in its motion around the nucleus also rotates or spins around its own axis. And because of the spin, each electron has an added angular momentum that is equivalent to h root s into s plus 1 divided by 2 pi, where MBR denotes the angular momentum and ms, that is a spin quantum number, and have values of either plus half or negative half. As we know that in a magnetic field, the vector representing this spin momentum can also orient itself so that its component ms is either in the direction of the field or opposed to it. It means it has a value of either plus half or minus half in units of h by 2 pi. Thus, the spin quantum number describes the direction of spin. When the angular momentum is positive, the electron is oriented as spin up, and when it is negative, the orientation is spin down. Clockwise and anti-clockwise spins of electrons about their own axis produce opposite magnetic field.